Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Cameron, and back at the bar this evening. It's a Monday night, around 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and to be honest, my schedule does not call for a stream this evening. However, I realize that the month of March is ahead of us, and there's a total of 5 Wednesdays that occur, and I plan on being around for every single one of them. So, as such, I've decided to take it upon myself to plan all of them out, because it makes doing streams is a lot easier, especially when you have a whole repertoire to get through when you plan for them ahead of time. So please enjoy this laid back, just chatting stream. No show or anything like that. Nothing crazy. We're not going through fancy cocktail recipes and whatnot as we would normally do. Instead, it's just going through books, categorizing, going through recipes and stuff, and that's what we're gonna do. Oh dang, yes, this is what we need. This is more than awesome. It is a Monday night. How are you, sir? How are you? Again, I don't usually do streams on Mondays, but here we is, and I'm gonna do some planning and stuff. I see, hope my stream's doing okay. After the technical difficulties that occurred last week, I'm a little anxious if I'm being completely honest, but we'll see things through. I'm testing a different type of format. This is not, the intent here is not to put on a big crazy show as we normally do, so if I seem a little silent, if I seem a little chilled back, I'm gonna be listening to the music too this time. So, it'll be nice. I need to hang out and watch people being productive. That's perfect, and that's what we're here for. I hope everything looks good on everybody's side. My little stream manager here doesn't make it seem like things are looking good, but again, not the focus for Mondays. Focus for Monday this day is okay. Yo, what it do? What's going on, everybody? It's so nice to see everybody pop in. This is very nice. I, for one, am drinking a little bit of brandy. Just nothing else in it. Just fun stuff it'll be. Or just hang out with a friendo, indeed. And I also have Coca-Cola as well. I actually found out the other day that there is a term for people like me called, I think, goblin drinkers? Drink goblin. Where you don't know exactly, you never pick a single drink. I have water somewhere. I need to get myself water. Water is always good. I have water, Coca-Cola, and just straight up brandy. So, that's what I'm imbibing this evening. A couple more people just walked in. I just saw Immy Chow for a moment there, I think, out of the corner of my eye. Goodness gracious, I just started. What's up, dude? Consume water. Did that pop up on the screen? Hope it did. Yeah, it did. Consumption. Excellent, excellent. I normally do that, but I drink one thing at a time. Dude, oh, I see the consumption was for more than awesome. So this is kind of what I got going for me. So I know one thing that I want to do this month, because it's March and St. Patty's Day is in March, and I really want to just make green cocktails. I want to make Irish cocktails, Irish themed cocktails, but I also just want to make them green. So I don't need to worry about it. No, I don't need any help with St. Patrick's Day. That's easy. I've got most of those planned for already. But there's 4 other Wednesdays this month, and I honestly don't really know what to do. I had a little bit of thinking time because I went and did some traveling with Anna. We were in San Diego, California over the past couple days, and it was nice, and it got me thinking that, you know what, things could be easier. So this is me being easier. And that's how it'll be. Vibing with Blood Orange Cosmo and a Pomegranate San Pellegrino. Might grab a beer, says Immy Chow. I actually just juiced the rest of my Blood Oranges from the Spicy Spirit streams because I need to preserve them because they were starting to go weird. I normally do that, says Dom, but one thing at a time with the whole drink goblin thing. Did I send you the green milkshake TikTok? You might have. You very well might have. I haven't gone through my TikTok messages recently, so that's on me. You could do a Lent Wednesday and do non-alcoholic Wednesday, a non-alcoholic stream. That's true. You're right. We are in Lent. I like that idea. I'm gonna write that down as an idea. That's the beauty of the community. Everybody's got great ideas. Lent. Let's do. Where are we gonna put this? Well, what's the current theme? Planning March. That's what it is. March cocktails. Planning March cocktails. That's what we're doing. March. I also find it funny that Wednesday is going to be the Ides of March. I believe it's right smack in the middle. It's when Caesar died. So maybe we'll make a Caesar salad. I don't know how to make a Caesar salad, to be honest. But Lent was an idea. Current recipe, let's say ideas. Yeah. Lent. Cocktails. In honor of the Christians out there, like my dearest. I like that idea. It's a good idea. What else we got? Could do land, I saw that. Also, you could do a March Madness theme and do cocktails based on teams playing that week. Oh my god, you're right, March Madness, basketball! There we go. I like that. March Madness. Basketball. Because the other week I got an email, when the Super Bowl was happening, I got an email that had one recipe for the Philadelphians, the Eagles, and one for the other team. Chiefs? I think they were the Chiefs. I don't know where they're from, though. But of course, the Super Bowl is behind us. If anybody's really curious about those, I can pull those up and share them. Can look up some 0 ABV cocktails and some green cocktails. Want to try a layers episode for end of winter? Layers. I do have a section in my cocktail recipe book that has specifically for layers. So there will be a layered stream, and it's probably going to be a lot of it. So when I was thinking about that, there's like layered cocktails in the sense that you garnish it with a layer of something. For example, like a layer of cream on some cocktails. You can get crema on top, which is not technically layering. It's just a layer that forms after you like shake it up, like in your espresso martinis or your egg-based, like your egg white-based ones, and your fizzes, like Ramos Gin Fizz. That's got quite the layer on top of it. But then like layered shots too, because layered shots are awesome, and there's a bit of physics behind that I want to like try to explore. But I do have a section on that. I don't know if I'll do that this month. That could be possible. Tons of ideas in the work. I also had the idea of going through and getting ideas for what happens in a particular month. Like for example, today is National Pokemon Day. And that's just the thing. It's also a bunch of other days as well. And supposedly later in the month, there's a National Peanut Lovers Day, there's a National Popcorn Lovers Day, a National Barbie Day. Oh, my party hat went away. I'm buying 6 at once. Big 6 at once. Oh my god. More than awesome. Welcome back. Welcome back. Subscribing to The Bar with the X. It's not me, it's the bar that you subscribe to. I've been having a lot of ideas. Of course, if I didn't say thank you already, thank you. Much appreciated. And cheers to that. But I've been doing a lot of thinking about like branding and stuff, and I could literally spend the entire stream just chatting about all the things that I was thinking about, and maybe I'll vibe with that, maybe. But I do need to get some recipes down. I told myself, I was like, do I stream what I'm doing this evening? Because I will either A, get distracted and not get anything done, which is fun and it's awesome and it's fun to hang out, or it'll be so productive that I should do this more often. I don't know. More Than Awesome said they were at Universal in Orlando for the Super Bowl, and everyone was so mad there was no bar anywhere in the theme parks. Ugh, that's annoying. That is very annoying. I like the layer idea. I forgot to write down layers, so I will put that down as a, I don't know, I'll do plus, because somebody out there requested it to be happening. And such, I consider that a part of the workshop. You should get distracted. We like hanging out. We do. Also, I gave you 2 ideas: non-alcoholic and March Madness. This is true. This is true. This is very, very true. So one of the quote-unquote holidays that's happening later on this month is National Popcorn Lovers Day, and it got me thinking. You know, corn is a thing. Corn is a band. But corn is also a material that people use to create spirits. For example, let's see. I got this mellow corn whiskey down here, and I've been meaning to find ways to use it. I know I've seen mellow corn on the interwebs and people recommending this particular spirit. It's a bottled in bond too, so it's a little more higher proof in specific cocktails. So I thought, you know, that could be an idea. So my current train of thought is corn. And so usually what I do, I guess I'll walk you through my process. I say I walk you through my process as if there is a process. It's all a work in progress. And to be fair, nothing is totally perfect around here, but nothing ever is. But I have this one book called The Ultimate Guide to Spirits and Cocktails, and pretty much anytime I think of just a thing that should have cocktails or spirits related to it, I go to this book first and I go all the way to the back and I see if there are pages on it. And you might see some numbers behind me. These are pages that I'm going to flip through because they mention corn distilleries and corn spirits. And if we can figure out corn spirits, corn distilleries, we can form some recipes around them, or just find other stuff out there. I know there's at least one recipe in my recipe book that's themed off of the horror movie Children of the Corn, which you'd think would probably be a Halloween episode, but I'm not big into horror movies, so I probably wouldn't theme an entire episode around it anyway. So I'll probably stick that in there. Why not? We'll see. Once we get into the spring, we can make floral herbal cocktails. I do have a section for that, floral herbal ones. There's one that I made by she's a TikToker named Spirited LA or Spirited La, and it used bell pepper as an ingredient. You muddle a yellow or red bell pepper, and it was delicious. I think community member Annie sent that to me at one point, and I tried it almost immediately. Used some elderflower liqueur as well. Oh, it was so good. It was so... I never thought that like just regular sweet pepper was gonna have that kind of like potent flavor. And there was also mint in there, pineapple juice, I think. It was so well balanced. Oh my god, it was so well balanced. It was great. With popped corns, served in we're on a popcorn old fashions, and that was with popped corns. We have Anna loves making popcorn, so if we needed popcorn, that can happen. It was a popcorn old fashioned. Popcorn out. Do I have that? I feel like I've heard of a popcorn old fashioned. It was it was like a movie old fashioned. I need to find this. Let me actually. I'll show you guys as well, because I have my other cocktail angle. I have it back again, so it should be working if it wants to. I actually use an app for all the recipes that I keep track of which there are as of now 742 cocktail recipes. I use this app called Recipe Keeper. I paid for it because I found it so damn useful, and you can use it for food. It's mostly for food. I use it for alcohol and other sorts of beverages, and honestly, I have them all categorized. I got them all, like, I'm sorted out by theme. Got all of my bar with an X stream categories and stuff. If you're like, I for one, obviously with the stuff that I do here, needed a solution for how to keep track of all these recipes, and I found one. I'm also in need of software, free preferably, that will allow me to keep track of inventory, because there's definitely over 100 bottles back here and more distillates that I just don't know how to keep track of. So that's an open bar with an X question. And I took a look at the interwebs, and apparently you can buy like inventory management software, but it's definitely a B2B model, because I'm not paying $120 a month for these bottles. No way. That's okay. There's got to be an open source solution out there somewhere. You can probably sneak a bottle of green and yellow chartreuse up there. Oh, for sure. I saw so many chartreuse cocktails as I was going through stuff over the last week. So I'm gonna pick up a bottle. If I had to pick yellow or green, I need a recommendation, because I'm only gonna buy one for now, at least this month. Did it in the spring. If you look up, they do look at on like Virgin Voyages. Cool. Is the address, if I'm allowed to do that, for PBS. Oh yeah, you can put links. Links are fine. I feel like you could do that in a Google Drive. Green is real freaking herbal. Green is in the green chartreuse. What was this? PBS. I'm checking out the link. Oh, it's the little popcorn. Ah! Look at the little container. Oh my god, I love the little container. Wait. I gotta show you all this, because I have another angle now. I can move this phone wherever I want to. Ooh. Check it out. That's the little container. That's so cute. Oh my god, I love that. Love that idea. I love that idea so much. I'm going to of that. I don't think I have any of those small containers. This would be, if I did popcorn themed ones, it would probably be next week, so I can probably get those shipped in time. But I was looking for, if I had popcorn on here already, popcorn. It was called, the recipe I was thinking was called the Cinema Highball. Cinema as in you go to the movies, you go to the movie cinema. And it uses dry air popcorn, Flor de Caña, rum, it's rum. I don't know what kind of rum, but I could research that. Clarified butter, popcorn infused rum. Okay. Make the popcorn infused rum in a large container. Combine the popcorn with the rum. Set aside for an hour. Strain through a fine mesh. I feel like that would be soggy, but it's a thing. I like that idea. We're gonna say that this is the inception of the corn-themed corn cocktails. The corn cocktails episode, which will probably be in 2 days. Corn-themed cocktails, maybe. Or if it requires a lot of prep, it could be a next week thing. It will definitely be a this month thing. I like that idea. I like it very much. So now I gotta go in here and make gotta make a little bit of a theme, little category, collection. This will be an actual episode, so XBAR corn cocktails. Corn cocktails. And I'll go back to the cinema highball and I will add that. I like it. What's funny too is I spent many hours adding more cocktails, adding more themes, adding more just categories and stuff. And to be honest, I made absolutely no progress. I went through the probably good half a day's worth of, like 12 hours worth of effort that I put in over the past couple days. And I was like, all right, I should be able to pick a theme and I'll be good next week. And I didn't find a single theme that had enough that I wanted to cover. So I was like, you know what? It'll take a little bit more time. Yellow is very sugary in terms of chartreuse is more than awesome. Novelty cocktail night is a fun idea. Novelty cocktails. What do you serve in cute containers? Anything, really. What if we made popcorn-infused whiskey? It's an idea. Like a salty butter-washed whiskey. I'm there for it. Butter washing. Fat washing. Fat washing could be cool. I've always wanted to try fat washing. If we did, so on the popcorn, you do butter washed. Apparently it's not difficult to do. I've just never done it before, so I'm intimidated by the idea. Butter washed something or other. This cinema highball called for, it was rum. But you could probably do whiskey. You could definitely do whiskey. Most definitely a thing. For sure. Let me pull up this page in this book that I'm looking at here, and y'all can watch it with me. I like that idea. Let's do, if I can get the angle propped up properly so we can all, can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? A book is what I have. Let's see. Let's adjust this angle. I don't think this camera angle artifacts anymore. Oh, it's upside down. Ain't it? It's upside down, isn't it? Can I boop it? Can I boop it like that? Is that cash money? Yeah, you can try that. You can kind of see that. I'll see for it. I don't think my arm is actually long. Let me turn a little bit. I don't know if my arm is long enough. I'm not just gonna stream the entirety of the book because otherwise, you know, I guess that's copyright, you know? Because like, if you want the book, you can go buy it yourself. Starting on page 314, there's something about corn here. This should give me enough information about corn spirits such that we have a good starting point. And I know I've got one corn spirit, and there's another one too. There's I'll pull up, show you my phone. I got another thing in here. I think it uses blue corn. Chicha. It's called chicha. Chicha is a fermented alcoholic or non-fermented beverage of Latin America, and it is made from mostly corn stuff. And I know I have another recipe in here, chicha morada. It's Peruvian, and that requires Peruvian purple corn on the cob. Corn on the cob. I know purple corn is a thing. Gallon of water, cinnamon, cloves, white sugar, apples, and either rinse the corn, remove any dust, place the ears, plus any of that. How long does this have to sit for? That's my question. Allow it to boil. Not that long. So this is not like a long infusion thing. This could be done. And you chill it for about 3 hours, right before serving. Chop apples and pears in small cubes and juice them. Add diced fruit and lime juice to the chicha. It's kind of like a sangria. So I guess you don't necessarily have to ferment it. Good to know. Floating fruit. So it's almost like a sangria, but it uses the purple corn. I like that idea. I don't know if I can source purple corn in a week. If I can source purple corn in a week, I like the idea of doing chicha morada. I'll add that, just in case. The theme's corn. Why not? Corn cocktails. And I guess it's not even corn cocktails at that point either, because they're not necessarily alcoholic. It's corn beverages. That's what it is. Who knows, though? I don't really know. So I like that idea. So, like, purple corn would be the question. Can I source purple corn? Definitely never seen it in giant. Purple corn season? I could try to see if I can go to Reading Terminal to see if I can pick some up. Mid-August or later would be purple corn. But I feel like you could buy that somewhere. I feel like you could buy purple corn. Honestly. Theme idea. Hubby and I, says More Than Awesome, are going to a minibar in DC, which is a Michelin cocktail flights. What is the home bar equivalent of upscale bar things? I'm trying to think. Upscale bar things? I feel like when it comes to, because I've had this question too about like how to make this whole home bar thing seem more upscale, and I feel like upscale involves, of course, you've got like high spirit, high cost ingredients, but like, you know, that's not always good. It's not easy to do on a budget, and this home bar is more or less on a budget, so I don't know if that's feasible. Fresh ingredients feels upscale. Fancy wear, like a bow tie and a blazer, feels kind of upscale. Upscale feels like fancy cocktail flair. You do like fancy tricks and stuff, which I'm trying to learn how to do. It's just a try. There's nothing yet. I mean, like lots of things, right? You do blood oranges instead of normal oranges. You fancy glassware to make a difference. It's true. Like there's so many different ways to make it like upscale. The bougie stream. How to do bougie on a budget. I just like that phrase in general. Bougie on a budget. Honestly, okay. I really like that idea. So I might be able to find purple corn. Closing that one thought, I might be able to get purple corn. If I can do purple corn, then I can make chicha. And I mean, I guess technically, can you make chicha with regular corn? I say regular corn, sweet corn with not purple corn. Can you do that? Is that a thing? Is that okay? Actually, is chicha in this book? Chicha might be in this book, for all I know. Could be. Chicha. Cannons and stuff. Subject index, CH. I don't see chicha in here. Nah, it's fine. I could probably help fund a bougie on budget stream. If you and I settle on a date for a stream, we can do that. So, we can talk about that. That could be fun. I mean, so I'm trying to think of what we do. I say, I'm trying to focus on what to do this month, but we can plan as far out in advance as we want to. It's my stream. We could do whatever we want to. I like that idea. That could be fun. That could be fun. If we want to share like particular details and stuff, feel free to message me offline. I don't want any like potential doxing stuff appearing like on the stream, because everything that gets streamed is out there for the world to see. But I'm sure you knew that. But I do like that idea. That could be fun. I will say though, there's a piece of me that's a little uncomfortable just be having somebody come up here and fund the stream in particular. I don't want to be putting you out of pocket, although I'm sure we, as successful people, have plenty of money to spend around. I want to say that I do, but I budget things, so the kind of money that is, I guess, able to be spent it's smaller than you may think. But so they say, never look a gift horse in the mouth. And I'm not saying that you're a horse, or have a long face, but here we are. Be funny. Oh, I'm not funning you. I'm just, paying for cocktails. Technically speaking, totally right. If this is a bar, you're just paying for cocktails. That's all you're doing. Because technically speaking, as the stream usually runs, you're not drinking any cocktails. You guys aren't drinking any cocktails. You don't have to pay for anything. You're just watching me make the cocktails and drink them myself. But I love the ramifications of that thought there. It does make me feel better about it, though. It's true. Also, I'd finish all your empties. This is true. Somebody's gotta be the one. No pressure. Never any pressure to finish the drink. Corn. Corn is on page 314. I was almost there as I was going through my book here. 314. This is the whiskey and bourbon section. Magical malt. It's talking about different types of malt and mash bills, probably. They mentioned corn in here somewhere. 314. This is the next page. Grain and plenty of water. The recent Speyside developed main region. Corn and rye are predominant in North America. Also, to those who may be like book enthusiasts, you may feel offended. I'm about to write in this book. I just need to go get a proper marker to do so. It's in my jacket. Where are you? Get out of here. I need the proper Sharpie. The thin one. Give me a moment. There we go. Look at these. Yeah, I came to the conclusion the other day that it's really helpful to be able to write in books because that's how I index on things. And honestly, if you were offended by me writing in books, I'm sorry, please look away. Not safe for work. But I like that idea of corn. Corn and rye are predominant in North America, bluegrass region of Kentucky. Fill the mash with corn. A minimum of 51% corn is required for bourbon. So you actually have to have corn in your bourbon. That actually increases the amount of the mash blends for bourbon is really interesting. Yeah, corn's a great theme. I'm so glad we thought of it. But that is a good idea. So that means instead of just, because I'm trying to think of in terms of availability too. Mellow corn is not the only option if you do a corn mash bill. If it says bourbon on it, this is a wheated bourbon mash bill, but it's still, well actually, I don't know, is it small batch bourbon or wheated bourbon mash bill? Straight bourbon whiskey. This is bourbon. What's he got that's bourbon? I think old granddad is also bourbon. Oh my god, so he has a whiskey stream. That's bourbon, those are not bourbon. I have rye, other stuff. And then we have whatever my proprietary with an XBar blend is. I don't know what the mash bill of that is. But there's actually 3 different ones here. And I wonder if they do all different types. Larceny is very good, is very corn-based, really corn-based. I bought this one, let's see, I bought these two. I've had Old Granddad before. I didn't like it at first, but I wanted to give it another go, and I like it now. It's, well, you gotta use it properly, I guess. Actually, you know what? We're thinking about corn stuff. This is not a cocktail stream. I'm not gonna give anything professional, historical information here. However, in preparation, I do really want to know what each of these tastes like in tandem with each other. I'll compare it. So I'm gonna pull up my cordial glasses, because I am very, very curious. I have a 1941 cocktail book with a wooden cover. This is more than awesome. Called Here's How, Cocktail Guide. Dude, another one that I thought too is I saw one person do a video on, or a little video series on old cocktails. And by old cocktails, they mean they picked a single cocktail book and they just went through different cocktails from it to see how bad or how good they were. I don't really know how it ended. I was like, this feels very clickbaity, so I really didn't watch the rest of it. And you might be thinking to yourself, dummy, me being the dummy, why didn't you watch it? Aren't you supposed to be like one of the cocktail guys and stuff? You should watch it so that we don't have to. And you're right, I should have, but I was tired. All right, so let's see, what do I have in here? I've got my Old Granddad, my Larceny. I guess I should, you know what? If we're really pulling into the, we're really pushing into the whole corn aspect of it, then I think it's really important to know what the mash bill on these guys is. Let me grab something to label these bottles with. Let me grab like Post-it notes or something and label these bottles with their mash bill. That's cool, right? That's a cool idea. We like that. I like that. What's that? You don't like it? That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Don't worry, if you're not into it, we'll do the stream once. You don't like it, we never do it again. It's fine. Whoops. Cameron's canceled for his corn. Oh my gosh. Well, here's how. Mark says, even rye can be almost half corn mash bill. The barely legals. Ah. So, like, actually, that's an interesting question there. So, like, if it's not, so, like, I know there are laws around the bourbon. I don't know how strict those laws are. It says here 51% corn is required for bourbon, but like, can you be a little less than that? How far can you push the fringe of corn bourbon? I really don't know. This Post-it note is not doing me well. Let's do Old Granddad. Words, he says. Old Granddad high rye mash bill. Old Granddad mash bill. Is that Googleable, or are they gonna keep it away from me? 63% corn. All right. Thank you, Google. That's from gentlemanranters.com. Excuse me. And if the gentleman ranters are lying to me, I can't trust anybody. So let's see. This is. I really hope I don't lose these notes. Let's see. Mash. Mash is 63% corn, 27% rye, 10% malted barley. Cool. Malted barley. barley. I can't, it's really tough to write on curved surfaces. There we go. Let's do one for larceny. Got another one. I have posted old book picture in the Discord. Go check it out. The picture and the Discord. Do that. I try to put relevant information in that Discord. So if that interests you, I need to say no more. Larceny. Larceny mash bill. Larceny mash bill. Larceny bourbon mash bill. That's the first thing that comes up. Mash bill for larceny is the same if we used for Old Fitzgerald. I'm just write that down. Same as Old Fitzgerald. I haven't heard of Old Fitzgerald. I'm not much of a whiskey connoisseur, so some of the brand names escape me. Or I've just never heard of them. But it's 68% corn, almost 69. Heyo, got 'em. Corn. 20% wheat. 12% malted barley. Good to know. Good to know. We did mention the words. I don't know what I'm talking about. Something was in there. This is the book. This is the book. I'll show everyone. Because we got it here. This is the book. The book that Mortal Analysis's talking about. Here's how. And that's how you do it. That's the Here's How book. Old book. Oh my god, look at those fancy little illustrations. Applejack fix. I hope that's coming. Is that coming through? Looks like it is. That's cool. The Knickerbocker. Those are just pants. Those are just pants. Not a bad word. Just pants. This is actually your energy, Cameron, because they doodle pictures in the recipe. I love how you typed that, and it was just as I was noticing the illustrations of the book, which I love. I started reading again. I started reading a bit more recently. This is not cocktail related. It's just personal motivation related, and I started doodling in my books again. I used to do that in high school and in middle school, and it helped me get through those times. And I stopped doing it for a while, but I stopped playing video games in college, I stopped drawing in college, I stopped performing in college, and lo and behold, as college ended, I started doing all that stuff again. The other one was mellow corn. So the mellow corn mash bill. Mellow corn mash bill? That's not the first thing that pops up. Bill. I looked up Nashville instead, but it still got me. 90% corn, 10% rye, and malted barley. So it's kind of like a weird combo thing there. That is a lot of corn, but apparently it still remains mellow. 90% corn. Corn. 10%, was it rye? And malted barley. Malted barley. I will bring it when you and I hang out in person. Yes! I want to look through it. I also just like it's made it if the cover is made of wood, I want to feel that. Like I like the feeling of actual hardwood, assuming that it's actual hardwood. If it's just plastic or fake, that's also fine too. They get the point across. And actually now I'm curious if the mash bill here is mostly corn because bourbon and mellow corn. I do have this Rittenhouse rye as well. And then my unknown bourbon blend. I'm not even going to try to guess what the mash bill is there, but now I want to know what the Rittenhouse rye mash bill is. Mash bill in Nashville. Rittenhouse rye mash bill. Mash bill. You can touch this book. Perfect. Excellent. Rittenhouse rye, bottled and bond, consisting of 80 to 100% rye. Makes sense. But what specifically? What is the mash bill of Rittenhouse rye? It's not clear exactly which style of rye it was originally, however, today, this is bourbonobsessed.com, looks like 51% rye. 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% malted barley, so it's got corn in there as well. That makes sense. Corn is incredibly prevalent here in the US. I will write that down anyways, I'm curious. 51%. These are like fun little factoids too that like I should be aware of because it makes me seem smarter. 31% rye. I wrote pie on there. That's fine. Nobody's gonna tell. 37% corn. And then 12% malted barley. Malted barley. This is nice so far. I was a little jittery at the beginning of this because, like, it's technically putting on a show, but I'm not really trying to put on a show, and I don't know if the people like it, but they say build it and they will come. So thank you for hanging out with me and just chatting about stuff in general. Dom stars, I'll tell, it's chill. I'll tell, it's chill. Chill, or is that chilly? It's chill. It's chill. How's the music going, actually? I usually never listen to the music. I do after the fact. It gets recorded on separate channels, so I can go through and edit things later. That's a new development. Put the written notes away. Not gonna be using that now. Hopefully I do. Oh, you know what? I should label the post-it notes too. Otherwise, if the post-it notes come loose, I will lose track of it. Written house rhyme. I'll also be honest too, while I'm doing this mindless writing activity here, I find that for the most part, streams have me going on like an adrenaline thing. So right now, I feel a lot more zone, you know? And not as much adrenaline, which to be honest is probably good for my psychology. So for the sake of my own better mental health, thank you everybody. This one was larceny. Everybody gotta take a break every once in a while. Plus, some people find this stuff cool. I guess now would be a moment too, like, if anybody's curious about anything that happens on stream behind the scenes or otherwise, like, there's no real show or anything, so feel free to ask away. I love to share this stuff. Oh, granddad. I was chatting with one of my other content buddies the other day, and I was like, legit, like, if you want access to my camera or my microphone and stuff, just come over. Let's record videos here. This is a studio space because I'm telling myself it's a studio space. So utilize the space. Utilize it. Okay, I had Old Granddad, Larceny, Mellow Corn on these containers. I want to taste the difference. This is fun. I'm gonna get a little more botanist. Ooh, thanks for keeping me company. No problem, dude. Thanks for keeping me company. Sometimes you just gotta have a chill night. It's true. It's true, man. It was just a quick thought. I was like, you know, I'm gonna wind up going through this book, and I found recently that getting the idea, like crowdsourcing the ideas is like, first of all, it's easier on me. I have to be honest about that. And second of all, I feel like it hits closer because it is just a message from me to everybody else saying, hey, I don't do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. I want to see what you want to see. Feedback channel. And it's a lot easier to get feedback on these online channels versus the offline channels because, you know, I get a notification, I swipe it, and then I forget about it. So I'm a victim of it too. But I'm very curious. So this is essentially what I'm doing. We're planning the corn cocktail stream, the corn beverage stream, whatever. I'm going to call it corn cocktails. It's got cocktails. And that'll probably be on Wednesday. Cool. And then we'll see what we got for the rest of the month too. Because there are 5 Wednesdays in the month of March 2023. And we're streaming for everyone. We're streaming every single one of them. So by God, it's going to be good. So I'm curious now, knowing that Mellow Corn has a 90% corn in the mash bill, Larceny is 68% corn, and Old Granite is 63%. They're all bottled and bond, so they all have the same alcohol percentage. And this has got some rye in it, where these both have rye. This one does not have any rye. They all have malted barley, and this one, instead of the rye, there's wheat. So I am curious to see if I can taste any differences here. My fellow mixologist Eric, who was on here, I think two streams ago, and for the Thankmas stream too, taught me a technique for tasting whiskey, and there's a bunch of different ways to taste the whiskey. I'm just gonna do it straight. So instead of having a bunch of air in your mouth and breathing as you're sipping it, which will just create this burning sensation, let your air out first, sip, experience the flavor, and after you've gotten it on your tongue, then you can breathe in. It's past your it's past your esophagus. It's not gonna burn your throat. And I was doing that with this brandy, this Kubel brandy, Korbel brandy, and it was working wonderfully. And I really pick out the flavors. What those flavors are, I don't know. Tastes good though. This is Mellow Corn. Smells like whiskey. Larceny. Different smell. A little more like paint varnish, if I had to be honest. Not varnish, just like paint, just like acrylic paint. This one smells sweeter. A little cotton candy-y. What's the difference between these two? This has a lot more corn in it. 90% versus 68%. This has rye, this has wheat. Maybe the wheat is doing something funny there. This one is Old Granddad. Almost okay. That's not very weird varnishy. I say varnish. I meant acrylic paint. It's almost like acrylic paint. This is still giving me that acrylic paint vibe. Old Granddad. Almost earthy. This is almost giving me hay vibes now, like almost farmy. Where the Old Granddad is a little more down to earth. A little more... Somebody else has described Old Granddad to me as peanutty. I'm really not getting peanuts there, and I'm trying not to let that association in my brain take over my olfactory sense. Because I'm really not getting any peanut. Not on the nose, at least. Dom says, I've been silent on this matter because I'm not a fan of corn things unless they are for tacos. An excellent point. I like popcorn. I found out the other day that you can make, what is it called? You grind up the corn. Polenta. I found a polenta recipe where you take the corn kernels itself, and you grind them up. And you can make polenta out of it. And at some point, I will make that for dinner. We had burgers for dinner this evening. Made them. Good stuff. More Than Awesome also says, I've got larceny on my shelf and I want something that's very sweet. I prefer rye / hot bourbon. Cocktails that pair with foods. It's a stream idea. Fun fact, you can make pancake batter with any kind of liquid. I'm aware of that. And actually, I was not aware of that. Interesting. Coca-Cola pancakes? First thing that I could think of. That's an idea too. The idea of, I like that. I really like that when I will write that down. Because wine pairing with food, whiskey pairing with food with cocktails is something that I know absolutely nothing about. I'm starting to get like a very, very vague idea. Like I'll get a cocktail, I'll get a meal, and I can sense like, oh, not sense. I can taste this didn't go well with that. And I can also tell when this did go with that. What the criterion are and how to describe it, I don't have any knowledge on. I like that idea. Food pairing. Food pairings. Food pairings. I like that. Food pairing with like your whiskey pairings, or you can do any spirit you want to. You can do wines too. I've also I'm not gonna write it down because it's already on my list. I really want to explore wine. Wine is a touchy area because I feel like there were a lot of connoisseurs out there, sommeliers, people who have dedicated their entire lives to the craft of whiskey and your wines, and those are spirits, I will be honest, I'm a little intimidated going for because I don't have a lot of knowledge on the subject, which would be really cool. And so the ideas that I've had is just to do a lot of research on it, try a lot more of it. That's why I got some more whiskeys here. I stopped at the store the other day to pick up just a bottle of wine. It was like a Concord grape. I just liked it. I wasn't doing any research or anything. But the other idea I had too is I don't know any like professionals on the matter. And to be honest, this is a very, very small little homebrew thing here. But it'd be really cool to bring like if I could find somebody out there who is like a wine master, I would love to bring them to the Bar with an X, not only to educate me because I want the education, and I'd love to make cocktails for them as a means to, you know, more or less exchange services for goods. Because you teach me, I make you cocktails. It's easy, and make this more of like a everybody learns together talk show type show. Who knows? I don't have that network. Not yet. But by saying that to the internet and openly stating that I don't have that network, the network nodes will form. It will become less cloudy. Wink. In any case, the problem is, terrible idea, Pepsi milk pancakes. That's a great idea. You should try that and tell me how it is. I'm not great on wine, but I do like tobacco-y things is more than awesome. The problem is you need to buy a $20 bottle that you might or may not love. Exactly a good point there. On the stream budget, it's tough to go out there and spend. It's for example, going back to the chartreuse thing. Chartreuse is expensive. It's like $60-$70 a bottle or whatever. I know that I already have a bunch of cocktails that I know use chartreuse. I think all of the word cocktails, they all use chartreuse in the last word, final word, if I'm saying this correctly. Ward, as in like a wording spell. Word as in like the words I speak to you. I believe there are some out there. Ward 8, I think, is one as well. I could be wrong. But in any case, I know chartreuse goes in them. At some point, I will willingly drop the money on chartreuse, yellow or green, because I know that I can use it. As opposed to, you go to the store, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna try 5 completely different types of grape wines, because that's a good spread. There's hundreds of different types of varieties, hundreds of different types of brands. That's not a very good sample size. And same thing too, they're not all just $20. There's more as well. And I don't know if I want to cheap out for the cheap stuff or other items. I don't know what I'd get from it. Cigars. are incredibly nice to taste every once in a while. For true, I agree. I am not a smoker by any means, but when I smoke socially, so if it's with friends who I don't see every while, one in particular, whenever we hang out, it's cigars and stuff. So and it's enjoyable. I find that I like smoky things in general, whether that be teas or cocktails or spirits. So it just kind of makes sense. I do want to try this corn stuff while I'm still sitting here. I don't get distracted by it. I gotta stop saying that. I don't want to say that I'm getting distracted. There is no distraction here. There is no negative connotation. I am enjoying all of this. And whether or not we actually accomplish the goal of planning a stream or not doesn't matter in the least bit. A stream will still be happening whether or not anything gets done this evening. And there's no pressure on you guys to help out with that. It's all me. So this is very sweet smelling. I really like that. It's got a bite to it. It's not super sweet. Not on my tongue now. Not as sweet. It is immediately though. Immediately it's sweet. I don't know what kind of sweet. Almost like a little bit of like syrup. Syrup is in like almost like a simple syrup or like a maple syrup. Not specifically maple, but it's almost like sap. It's almost like maple syrup, simple syrup sweetness. But like it's there for a brief moment, and then the other aspects of the simple syrup, not the sweetness, is what hangs around for the mellow corn. So I'd say, for the most part, sweet-ish. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. I'm gonna try this larceny as well. Where's my water at? Oh, there you are. It's over here. I found it. More Than Awesome says, for true, he's got enough yellow and green. Let me crash on your couch for a stream night and I'll bring him. I'm gonna focus on your glass. I appreciate that. I hope it's at least beneficial to people more so than just me. But yeah, absolutely. I think for the most part, I mean, I will be honest, for the sake of full transparency, it can be a little touchy. This is my home. My studio is my home studio in Philadelphia. So, but I do have couches to crash on. There is place for people to stay over. This place, Anna and I specifically got more space because we wanted to have more people over. And I say this with a big grain of salt, saying I am always open to having more and new friends over. Of course, I know there are people out there who would want to take advantage of that. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to the people who are murderers. Not you. We can just meet up at the local bar, where there is able-bodied policemen nearby, or people who are much bigger than me to defend me. Little Twinkie boy. Larceny. I'm still getting that like acrylic paint note. I have been told that rye whiskey has a spice to it compared to the mellow corn. I understand that. I understand that a lot. Wow, okay. That's almost like I got a particular. It's herby. It's really herby. I want to say it tastes like a spice that I know of. Not parsley. I don't think it's parsley. It's not cilantro either. I get some of those green ones mixed up, but like I definitely have this spice in my spice cabinet. Paprika? I don't really know, but that does have a cabinet spice note to it. That's cool. And there's a sweetness too that is a completely different direction than the mellow corn. How to properly describe that? I don't know. I'm gonna give it another try. But now that I'm getting that acrylic paint note that I was getting is more grassy. It's much more grassy, as opposed to the old granddad smelling more like the earth. This smells more like the fauna and foliage. And it's warmer. I don't know how else to describe that. It's a warmer flavor than the mellow corn. I don't know what the proper vocabulary to use of that is, but it tastes warmer than the mellow corn or something like that. I think rye is peppery, says More Than Awesome. Like how the black pepper is floral and corn things are the best part of a jalapeno or maybe cardamom. You say black pepper, and when you say black pepper, I'm kind of getting it. Kinda. in the sense that black pepper I will put on salads, and I put a lot of romaine lettuce on salads. It's a lot of greenery and stuff, and in that way I have an association between the black pepper and the greens of the salad, which might be where I'm getting those vegetal floral notes from. The association. So black pepper is not totally out there. That's a good one though. Cardamom I can't pick out. I know I can't pick up cardamom. Eventually though. Not yet. Maybe one though. Correct. You're right. And now the old granddad. It's almost kind of like an in-between of these two, which that doesn't really have any bearing there. I also note too, this mellow corn has an undisclosed amount of rye and malted barley. This is 12% malted barley and this is 10% malted barley. Honestly, don't know what kind of angle that's bringing. Ooh, excuse me, it really doesn't. I need to drink the water too, which I keep putting inconveniently in front of my microphone. So that's going down here. Oh, damn, that was sweet. Oh, wow, that was sweet. Ooh. That's nice on its own. I kind of like that. Why do I like that, though? Is it the nut? Is it the peanut? No, I'm not really getting any peanut there. It's almost like cotton candy. Really like that. Don't know why. It's almost fruity in a way. It's definitely it's in the same vein as the larceny because it's got that warmer flavor note. Not as much spice, more warm spice, like a cinnamon or something, or a vanilla. And naturally, these all have quite a bit of color to them. I don't know if they're aged in if they're aged at all in like oak barrels or whatever, but I know that oak barrels can give that sort of vanilla-y, cinnamony, clovey spice flavor to spirits. Maybe this one more so. That's another angle that I have not. 4 years. Okay, so the old granddad has been aged for 4 years. I didn't read that originally. Does the larceny say so? This one says no freaking clue, and mellow corn does not have such information on it. But if this was an oak barrels, I am so getting that vanilla-y. That's what I'm putting that down as. I like that. Sweet in the sense that vanilla is sweet in that way. There's a larceny barrel proof I cannot find here at the ABC. This is this is not bottled in bond. I for some reason thought it was. I am wrong about that. This is just a 92 proof small batch. Just a small batch larceny. 1870 establishment. Anyways, I will put my liquor bottles away so as to not track from the research that we were doing on the corn. I don't listen to a lot of corn, but I think they make sounds like that. I'm gonna put these away. I'll put these over here. Hopefully I remember to clean these. I do have to do the dishes this evening. Alright, so where else are we going? Corn. I'm glad I looked at this book, otherwise I wouldn't have remembered mash bills, so good for me. That's from Twist, LOL. Yes. Let's see. Without water, no whiskey. So they talked about corn here as in terms of the mash bill. Page 322 talks about, we have cask aging in the casks. That's probably something, if I read it first, I would have remembered. That's cool. Bourbons are often bottled after 4 years of cask aging, as they have absorbed sufficient aromas from the new wood by then. That makes sense. These used casks are a godsend for other whiskey producers because they get the profile taste of the whiskey inextricably linked with the maturation in the oak casks. Oak specifically? Is it oak specifically? When the new make is put into a cask, it is crystal clear. That makes sense. It's got a lot of alcohol in there. It makes a lot of sense. Let's see. They have to be amber color and additional aromas that will be acquired are directly related to the cask used and how long it is kept. Scottish, Irish, and most other whiskey producers prefer used cask. There's a legal requirement for bourbon to be aged in at least 2 years, at least 2 8 years, in new charred casks, most of which are made from American white oak. Quercus albus. So those notes that I was picking up about the American oak, I was right. Feels good. I like that. Larceny barrel is 123 proof. That is a really high proof. That's a really high proof. To be bourbon, it has to be aged in new charred oak. Indeed, new charred oak casks. For those out there who know more than I do, or can pull that knowledge up easily. Again, I'm young. I'm a young quarter-of-a-century-old male. I'm learning. Let's see. Squeeze confirmed. It's fresh. So there is... What about corn here? I need to know more about the corn that they say here. So there's definitely corn in whiskey. Duh. Legally enforced arrest. Scotch whiskey they talk about. David Lloyd George, Prime Minister. Immature Spirits Act. Cool. Johnny Walker. Let me see where they say corn. Charred wood reaction. The chemical reaction of the charred wood on the inside of the barrel. As a result of the soap, steady oxidation. Slow but steady oxidation. Through the wood pores and the bung hole. The little hole in the cask on top. Call it a bung hole. Maturation is good. Experiment with longer periods, wide range of factors, choices of casks, bourbon, sherry, or other types of casks they find, whether they refers to fill the other ones, they find out the importance of the atmosphere. In one distillery, the most expressive malt can be 10 years old, while the other might be 25, and that's a matter of taste. I always wondered about those, like, really long time aged barrel whiskeys and stuff, and I asked myself whether it really mattered. I imagine the longer you keep it there, exposed to the barrel elements, I guess the tougher it gets. I'm not sure. 326 also has notes on corn. Lowlands and the Highlands. This is about Scotland and such. Various different types of that. I'm probably going to go gloss over that. There is a collection of cocktails that are smoky cocktails. I want to do a smoky cocktail session, and I want to have a collection of smoky whiskeys. And of course, this is specifically Scotland, but did it say Scotland? It did say Scotland. But for Irish themed, for St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to get myself an Irish whiskey. Jameson probably, and another one as well, because I want a comparison for the authentic Irish cocktails. 387, 389, oh, that's skipping way forward. 380 something. 380, 370. Oh, look at all those bourbons. Woohoo, look at all the bourbons. 387. Bread or brandy? Nobody really knows. Anyone who wishes to make alcohol to grain rather than fruit has always had to face somewhat greater difficulties, and not just from a moral standpoint. Diverting our daily bread for other uses was only possible in peaceful time. That makes sense. Otherwise, because you might, I don't know, people might starve or whatever, you know? Distillation poses technical difficulty. Unlike fruit, sugar, starch, and corn cannot be fermented as such. It must be broken down into the sugars first. That's why wherever grain grows in abundance, there are also corn spirits, like Kentucky. And corn spirits have, over the years, become extremely linked to people's minds with their countries of origin. Even someone who has never drunk a glass in their life will automatically associate corn, K-O-R-N, with Germany, vodka with Russia, Poland, Genever with Holland. I like these associations. Corn with Germany. Like that. I never heard of corn with the K. I think that's the band. Vodka with Russia and Poland. Genever, I've only heard of recently. I didn't realize it was a Holland thing. Gin with England. Really? Aquavit with Denmark and Norway. These are from my own personal reference. All the grain spirits listed above have one trait in common. When they are distilled in traditional manner, they are very, very neutral. I've had some pretty expressive gins, my guy. Which opens up a great many possibilities. There's a bunch of other stuff here that I'd love to go into at some point. Not now. Really required to find recent decades of great spirits. More Than Awesome says, I have a $15 to $20 cocktail cap for my liquor. I thought about that recently too. While I was out traveling, I was spending money on cocktails, naturally. And I don't think I've had ones... I've had a couple that were like... I don't think I've had any over $30. Within the 20 to 30 range, less. But a lot of them are naturally like in the teens range. And I think to myself, like... I have to come up with a reason before I order the cocktail out there, like to explore a spirit that I've never tasted or a combo that I'm very curious about that I'm not going to act upon myself. I wasn't at home, so I didn't have easy access to my bar. Otherwise, I probably just would have mixed it up myself. I'm also just a sucker for espresso martinis, so if there's an espresso martini in the menu, I'm probably going to get it anyways. Become chic to drink a particular brand as long as you did with market and bottle design. Sweetest! Moskovskaya, Stolichnya. We're talking about vodka here. 387, 389. I think I gotta go a little bit farther. Unfettered spirits. Unfettered. Interesting. For the juniper, they're talking about juniper spirits, like Jennifer, I believe. I believe Jennifer has some juniper in there. Whiskey. Soldiers need alcohol. Oh, there's some history in here. 1618, the 30 Years' War. The soldiers needed alcohol. Of course. One thing, people needed money. Of course, me too, my guy. Face a limited number of official tax control. Second example is just the intimate relationship with alcohol and wealth. I don't see anything about corn here. Oh, corn. Corn distilling. K-O-R-N. K-O-R-N. I'm interested in that for now. 393. 393. Oh, these are various different types of corn. Like that. I also dog-eat my books now, too. Sorry, not sorry. 393. One more corn. So this is also about corn stuff. Also, a weird note. I like your ring. Oh, thank you. One's got a little half heart on it, and it's got the other half. It's gold. Mine's black. And then I got my gear ring. MK Price, what's up? We doing homework? Homework night? Homework night, my guy. Studying for exams. Specifically 5 of them. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bar with an X. Twitch.tv/camera with an X. Dab. We're doing some research on cocktails and stuff. There are 5 different cocktail streams that we do this month, and I haven't prepared for basically a single one of them, except for St. Patrick's Day. That's easy. Irish whiskey, stout, Guinness, and green shit, and clovers. I gotta find my leprechaun hat. That probably was insensitive. 393 was about corn. And I know there was more as well, and I completely forgot where it was. Somewhere in the 400s? God, could you imagine if I do homework now? I'm working, man. Random question. The random question didn't pop up. Yo, come on, chatbot. Did you decide to break again? Hold on a second. Did the chatbot break again? Let's see, there's probably something to learn from this. We're about an hour into the stream. The chatbot did not proc. Let's see. Test. Are you working? Okay. The test worked. Huh. Interesting. I don't know why that didn't work, so I'm going to refund you those points, because that was kind of awkward. Feel free to try that again, more than awesome. I don't know why it didn't proc. Apparently, I gotta check that out, too. Random question not working. You not working. Very interesting. So, toast with the fanciest butter or French toast with OK syrup, and why? Toast with the fanciest butter or French toast with OK syrup? I love French toast, dude. I love French toast. I would do... You know what? Actually, I take that back. Rye toast. Doesn't matter what kind of rye. Marble rye is fine. I dig it. Rye toast. Any kind of rye toast. Or does the bread have to be... Yeah, no. Rye toast with straight up herb butter. Oh, that sounds amazing. I had some garlic herb butter in my fridge for a while. I put it on my rye toast before going to work. Realized I was refluxing on the way into work because the bicycle is, lo and behold, physically exhausting. 424 was the page I was trying to go for. So now I get my toast at work. But then the toast went and got moldy, and I've been sad ever since. I thought about bagels today, and then they said, instead my coworker said, just freeze the bread. The added benefit of freezing the bread is it gets some ice on it, you put it in the toaster, it extra cooks the bread because the ice sublimates in the heat. I will try that. A pure question of taste. What is this? People can be divided quite clearly by the reaction to caraway. I don't know what caraway is. You can take my cares away. Aquavit. Aquavite. Where does corn come into play here? Germany. Man gönnt sich ja sonst nicht. Nothing else will do. Gotta have your Malteserkrauts. Malteserkrauts. The Maltese cross. I don't know what any of this is all about. It's aquavit. I will mark that for another time. That's all the info I can get on corn. At least from this book. This book was Ultimate Guide, Spirits and Cocktails. It told me about corn. It reminded me about bourbon, and bourbon's minimum aging requirement of 2 years, at least, in charred white oak barrels, if I'm recalling that correctly, as well as the whole recommending to be aging for 4 years in general. And they have to be new barrels. They can't be used barrels. That's all I got from corn over here. I'm just gonna keep this. I'm probably just gonna start stacking my books on the side over here. I don't plan on making a mess, so I can make a mess otherwise with my paper. I also said too, I mentioned about smoked cocktails. I got a cocktail smoker for Christmas. And I'm currently looking for the best way to set things on fire on my bar without setting the bar on fire. I'm looking for a ceramic plate to be able to accomplish just that. I've already got this guy. I've already got this guy. Fire! And I've used it many a times. Alright, corn drinks. So, oh, my rose petals have fallen. So let me think. So if we're talking about corn drinks, I can see a section talking about bourbon in general, like an explanation of bourbon and corn spirits, or rather, it could just be talking about just mash bills in general of whiskeys. I have all these different whiskeys. They all have a little bit, at least, of corn in them. So we could talk about mash bills. We could even try some whiskeys too. I think that could be a nice way to start the segment. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I also like doing the corn infusions because I had that one cinema. I think it was called a cinema highball. Ooh, excuse me. Up and coming. And then I thought about the chicha morada too, if I can find purple corn. I'll see if I can find that at the store. If I can do that, we'll do chicha morada, which is not alcoholic. It's a mocktail, basically. I like that. So, oh, that was like, image chat says, me displace. Me dispiace? Dispiace. I didn't mean to leave you hanging. I was looking up recipes. Oh, no problem. A 0 out of 100 to 1 out of 0 series would be great. 0 out of 100 to 100 out of 0 series? What does that mean? I'm gonna Google that immediately. 100 out of 0. Oh, the 100 out of 0 principle? By Al Ritter. Low prices and top brands. Is this some finance? What is that? For corn to otherwise... Oh, for a corn to otherwise the mash bill. Ah, for the mash bill. Building the mash bill. Dude, why not? Let's just can the whole corn idea and just distill our own corn spirits, and we will have 100 different spirits. 0% corn all the way up to 100% corn. And we'll do it 5 years from now. Because they'll all be bourbons. Of course they'd watch it. The people will come. You heading to bed? Wanna hug you good night? Come right here. Good night, love. Good night. You good out there? I'm good. Hugs for the partner girl. Yeah, that's an idea. Well, I mean, at the very least, there's four different types of... Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. Chat says hi. She waved back. She's on the staircase right now.
I'm drinking water.
She's drinking water. Okay. Yeah, we could taste them all. We can try to see, like, I mean, again, like, I don't know. I could get like a bag of corn chips and be like, all right, we're gonna find the corn in the, you're gonna find the corn in the whiskey, the corn in the bourbon. Which one tastes more like corn? Probably the mellow corn one, I guess. To be perfectly honest, none of the ones, I just tried all 3 of them. None of them taste like corn. Not to my knowledge. Not to my idea of corn. I don't know. Could be fun. For corn or otherwise mash build. If you mash it, they will come. If you mash it, they will come. If you mash it, they will come. I have a muddler just for that occasion. You never know when there might be some mashing. This is very correct. I thought it might have been. I looked up the 100-0 principle, the secret of great relationships. All or nothing. Oh, all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Chapter 6. It really works. 100 and 0. All or nothing. It really works. Get yourself a relationship now. Oh my gosh. If you do like larceny versus bakers, I do like Mark. I did like that larceny. I very much did. Bakers is a idiot. I still have old Overheart in my board, and I don't know what that was a reference to. Bakers versus larceny. I usually write the self notes on the bottom of the board down here. I guess here we're sharing things now. I turn this around and then I put it up that way. Can we see? Can you see my notes down here? Can you see my hand? These are my personal notes. There's a bunch of other stuff too. There's so much stuff behind this bar, including living proof that Cameron does wear pants back here. I do. Wearing pants right now. It's great. You'll see the old deltas in the build. Baker's is real hot and not a corn build. Ooh, interesting. See the deltas in the builds. Coolio. Okay, I think I genuinely have a good idea of how to flesh out the corn cocktails. So, and that'll be Wednesday. That's what we'll do Wednesday. I've already got quite a few whiskeys. We've got a little bit of knowledge so far. I can absolutely do a little more research before then to fully flesh out a stream like that. So I like that. I will write that down on my little calendar here. We'll do, in celebration of the upcoming Popcorn Lovers Day on March 9th, corn cocktails. Corn, please write corn. It says gorn in my book now. Gorn cocktails. Why not? Why not? There's another piece of this too, as I'm planning out the different cocktail stuff. I'm like, I don't want to do a shitty episode. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Nihilistically speaking, none of this matters. It's all for fun. And we're drinking along the way. There's nothing bad about that, so long as you stay safe with it. And drink your water. Cheers. In any case, what do you think? I mean, it does matter. It does. It matters to me, at least. Let's see, what else? What else we got? You keep me companies on Wednesdays. Got you, man. Except for last Wednesday. That's my fault. We traveled. So, let's see, what else do we got? St. Patrick's cocktail. So, we've got 5 Wednesdays this month, and we've planned for 2 of them. I'd say that's progress so far. Previously, I had only quasi-planned for 1. So, let's see. I have... What else do we have on this board? Ideas. Not mocktail. You know, maybe this just becomes a thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is like, it's not the end of the... It's the end of the month. It's the end of the month, and it's a random... It's just a Monday, and we're just planning for the cocktail streams. I kind of like the idea. It's just an idea of having a stream. It's the cocktail planning stream where we plan out the cocktails for the next month. I can put like a little graphic up to remind people and stuff and make the events and whatever if it seems good. It'd be a nice idea. I'm down for it. Any more excuse to stream. I try to keep myself on a strict regimen, because if I don't keep myself on a regiment, then I wind up losing track of things. I wind up losing things. But I was reading, I don't have a book on me now. One of the things that I read while I was over in San Diego was this book called The One Thing, and it basically is a long-winded way of letting you know that you should be focusing on one thing at a time. Put all your effort into the one thing and work on mastering that one thing. And one of my things is this whole stream thing and the bar and everything that goes around it. So I wanted to focus on it more. Just tell the Discord. I don't think the link shows up, does it? It does not. You saying it's funny. I forgot that if it has an exclamation point in front of it, the Streamlabs is instructed not to put it on the screen. And if it's a link, if it's a common chat command like the join the party lounge, it doesn't put it on the screen. So it's funny that join the... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Discord. Join that thing. Do it. Or don't. I don't run your life. Let's see. So there's a bunch of different other cocktail ideas. I was also looking up, I was looking for inspiration in all different types of places. There's this website called, what's it called? Forgot what it was called. Because I went away from the link. Basically, there's holidays every single day. Who knew? What was that holiday? What was that holiday? I was looking at it on Twitter. It's still on the Twitter app. I found my link. What else happens in March? What is March filled with? March is filled with National Ranch Day. You could do an entire cocktail stream where it's all just different types of ranch water. Topo Chico, just a bunch of tequila stuff. Pack Your Lunch Day, Middle Name Pride Day. My middle name is James, very prideful of that. National Mario Day is March 10th. National Mario Day is March 10th. Is it really? And I just did Super Mario cocktails. But, you know, I just did Super Mario cocktails. Actually, no, I didn't just do that. That was a few months ago, and that was because I was watching a bunch of Super Mario 64 speedruns. Mario Day is coming up. Pokemon Day is today. Happy Pokemon Day. I like the idea of doing... I actually... When I did the Super Mario Cocktail stream, I didn't get through the list. I prepared 20-something different recipes that I found online and stuff, and I didn't get through all of them. There's so many more to do. Could totally do another one. Also, it gives me an excuse to draw more stuff on my board, because I really like drawing shit, too. That could be fun. Could theme it around a different character. Or just Mario, 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 Mario. So I like that idea. So that's an idea. At least I'll write it down on my calendar as a potential idea. Mario Day. Why is it called Mario Day, guys? March 10th. Mario. Mario. Also, this is more than awesome, I got 2 angry cats who want tuna, and now I must flee to bed. Thanks for a Monday distraction. You're absolutely welcome, sir. I would say anytime, but it's a Monday. It's Mondays and Wednesdays. It's how we usually do things. And to be fair, this was not supposed to be a stream day. But as I thought through things, I do whatever I want to. So thank you for popping into the bar. Until next time, hopefully see you on Wednesday. Mario is on March 10th. Coolio. And there's many more. National Skirt Day. I could also wear a skirt on March 10th if I wanted to. I don't actually own any. I don't own any skirts. Anna's got skirts though, and I don't think skirts are my style. I went to work today with my shirt tucked in because I bought this new shirt. It's got a little check out my shirt. It's got a little mushroom on it. Right? Can we see that? My mushroom shirt. I like it. I don't know if it particularly fits me, but I like it. Nice. Oh, I see the frame rate's suffering here, but at least it's not artifacting anymore. That's at least nice to see. Got a mushroom. And mushrooms are very Mario you know, mushrooms seem very Mario thing, you know? 11th, World Plumbing Day. That's so funny. World Plumbing Day is right after Mario Day. Who knew? National No Smoking Day, Genealogy Day, Wash Your Nose Day, Oatmeal Nut Waffles Day. Okay. That's interesting. 12th. I heard something weird. I heard the music go weird for a moment. We got National Girl Scout Day, Plant a Flower Day. Dude, if I get Girl Scout cookies, I could do cocktails with Girl Scout cookies. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know when the Girl Scout cookies would be provided by. Let me ask one of my coworkers. I'm gonna message him right now because I wonder, I don't know when the Girl Scout cookies would get here by. If I can get Girl Scout cookies by the 12th. Oh, but it would either be the 15th is St. Patrick's Day. So it would either be next week or the week after. You know what? Why not? Girl Scout cookies. People are buying that stuff. Arthur. Nope, that's the... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's wrong. That is wrong, Cameron. That's the wrong button. There we go. That is a question now. If I can get Girl Scout cookies, the question would then become, which Girl Scout cookie cocktails do we do? I certainly won't have to make up recipes. I'm sure people have found ways to make Girl Scout cookie cocktails, or I guess Women Scout cookies. I like that idea. That sounds really cool. Let me write that down as just a holiday of thing. That's 12th. Girl Scout Day. That could be fun. And it's not Girl Scout Cookie Day. Otherwise, that would be interesting. What else do we have? National Plant a Flower Day. It could be flowers. Big Scallops Day. I'm not putting scallops in a cocktail. Not yet, at least. International Fanny Pack Day. A National Dry Shampoo Day. Yeah, I'll put shampoo in a cocktail. I'll chug shampoo. Fun. Commonwealth Day. National Jewel Day. Fill Our Staplers Day. National Coconut Torte Day. Ken Day. Ken who? Oh, Ken is in Barbie. Well, there was a Barbie Day and there's a Ken Day. Cute. Very cute. What about... Essentially, I'm just going through all the days of March to get ideas. I already looked at that one. Ken Day. That was March 13th, by the way. International Day of Mathematics. Mathematical cocktails. National Potato Chip Day. International Ask a Question Day. National Pie Day. Oh, it's Pie Day. Pfft, duh. That's why it's Mathematics Day. Pie Day. I'm writing this down on my little calendar here so that I have a list of what I do the next year, too. It's all about creating references for yourself. We have World Contact Day, True Confessions Day, National Brutus Day. Oh, because Caesar was killed by Brutus on the Ides of March. World Speech Day, Buzzards Day. We also have Artichoke Day. Oh my god, I've been wanting... That's good to know. Artichoke Day. There's a spirit out there called Kynar, or Thinar. I don't exactly know how you pronounce it. But it's made from artichokes, I believe, and I've always wanted to try it. Although now, because if I go to the store and I get, if I do for St. Patrick's Day, I get Irish whiskey, and I get like Jameson. I don't want to exceed my spirit budget for the month. But I'll put that down, Artichoke Day. Because I don't know how much Kynar usually goes for. Artichoke Day. Artichoke Day. Artichoke. Artichoke. Check a couple of other things real quick. Oh my goodness. Oh, Imicho, I just noticed that you're in my DMs. Oh my goodness. I see a couple things. Abundant Aura. Oh, there's a bunch of green cocktails. Oh my goodness, they're so green. Oh my god, there's a lot of things. Neon Melon Margarita. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They're all green. I love that. You put in so much effort for this stuff. You deserve a medal. You should come back up here for another stream. It'd be fun. MK Bryce says, Cam Daddy, you think Kai Cenat is gonna set the all-time sub record for Twitch? Kai Cenat? Who is that? Who's Kai Cenat? Kai Cenat, an American YouTuber. The third. Oh my god, Kai Cenat the third. American YouTuber, online streamer, best known for his live streams on the Twitch, comedy-based production. What do you do, Kai Cenat? 3 days left and we're at 260,000 subs, getting closer and closer to the record. Dude! We're so close. Yeah, why not? Pop a sub for Kai Cenat. Why not? It's setting a world record. Support the streamers. I love that. I actually like the idea of... Actually, I completely glossed over the fact that I'm currently getting messages about cocktails. This is wonderful. Thank you, Yumi Chow. Finally... Green drinks, all the mental skill. So I'm thinking if St. Patty's Day, right? So like St. Patty's Day is about, do we celebrate the Irish? Do we celebrate the green? Why not do both? Why not do both? I like that idea. Could do half Irish themed and half green themed. Because to be perfectly honest, I feel like what I remember most about St. Patrick's Day is green. It's the color green. That's what I think of. 158,000 viewers right now for Kai Cenat. That's pretty crazy. Are they setting the record right now? I gave away my Prime sub already this month. It's the end of the month. Why do they got to do this to me now? I mean, March is in 2 days. And I don't know, I guess, I don't remember if it cycles on the end of the month, or I guess it would have to be a full month from there. When did I do that? Nah, he's got some time. All right, we still got time. I don't know why I have a pair of pliers on my bar. Let me put that in my chair. And now it's on the floor. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so Artichoke Day, an excuse to do Kynar, Cinar, whatever. I will eventually. Alexa, how do you pronounce Kynar?
I pronounce that Kaner, but I'm always working on how I say things.
Kaner.
I might not have it right.
Kaner. Kaner, says Alexa. Interesting. Thank you for your attempt. I appreciate that. Freedom of Information Day, National Lips Appreciation Day, National No Selfies Day, National Panda Day. I freaking love pandas. We were down in San Diego. I went to SeaWorld, and I just rediscovered my love for sea lions. Sea lions are beautiful creatures. They make sounds that sound like grown men screaming. It's wonderful. To give you an example, I'm a grown man. This is me not screaming too loud because Anna is sleeping, but this is what sea lions sound like. It's my impression of a sea lion. I hope you enjoyed that. What else do we have here? Red Nose Day, National Corned Beef and Cabbage Day, World Sleep Day, St. Patrick's Day, naturally, March Madness. That would have shown up on the list. That's excellent. March Madness, dude. Go play basketball. Global Recycling Day, Sloppy Joe Day. There was actually, I saw a cocktail in one of my other books. I shit you not. It was called Sloppy Joe. I was just looking at this earlier. I know I saw that in here. Hold up a sec. The 10,000 Cocktails book made an appearance on the X-rated cocktail stream. Sloppy Joe. I thought I saw Sloppy Joe in here. And it was a classic drink, too. Ooh, I just found... Oh my god, okay, I just found a cocktail here called the Hot Girl Scout. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I hope that's not sexual. That's inappropriate. Dude... Pedophilia is bad, dude. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't be that way. Theme. So I kind of... That idea is growing on me. Hot... So, Girl Scout. Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies, specifically. And I will add this recipe. So part of what I do as well, to keep track of all the recipes, I have, in my personal curation of cocktails, is about 730-ish cocktails now, and I use an app to go to make sure I categorize them all. It's called Recipe Keeper. It's very nice. I would definitely recommend it. Not sponsored, just think it'd be cool. And what else? The other one was... I'm not... Sloppy Joe Day is not something that I would make a thing around. But I thought I saw... Oh, thin milk cookie! Oh my god! It's in here! There's a thin mint cookie recipe, and there's a hot Girl Scout recipe. That's great. That's great. Yo, check this out. It's a book. Buy the book. Support the bookmaker, but also, you know, yeah. Support the official release. I think that is the correct direction now. I think. Bottom of the page? No, I think it flipped around. This is not the bottom of the page anymore. Can we flip? You gonna flip it around? Is that good now? Bottom of the page. Top of the page? Oh, excellent. Now everybody can read it now. I'm looking at Girl Scout. Let's show you how I categorize recipes. Why not? We're all here for the fun of it. I got my app. I'll take a photo of it. My Girl Scout picture. And I'll walk you through my process. Why not? I can go through and I can scan using an internet connection, which I found out the other day. It requires an internet connection. Also, I'm going to listen to some lo-fi as well with y'all. I like this one. What's it called? It's from one of the original Lo-Fi Girl albums. Hot Girl Scout. Copyright. Cool. Creme de menthe and filled with hot cocoa. That's it. It's simple. You can honestly make that non-alcoholic too. Down with that. Very cool. It says put in an Irish coffee cup, build in a heat-proof cup or glass. I'd probably use... I don't specifically know whether or not this is heat-proof, but I have this one glass here. It's like I use it as a toddy glass. I don't know how late... I don't know what the delay is on the camera, but that'll show up eventually. Directions. Irish coffee cup. Let's do glass. Glass. Build, and you build it. That's it. That's it. Collections will do... The theme is Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies. Source was 10,000... I think it's just 10,000 drinks, right? 10,000 drinks by Paul Muir. Drinks. Paul. And for my reference, page 454. There we go. I don't need to worry about that. And there's another Girl Scout cookie one. Thin Mints, which are one of my favorite Girl Scout cookies. If I order any, we're going to get Thin Mints, and we're also going to get the Samoas. They're like the coconut caramel ones, I think. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. Do another photo of this one. Oh, another thing that I'll mention too I know that there is at least one person out there who I've informed of this Alice in Wonderland book that I have for cocktails, and I started writing down the recipes the other day. So, like, I actually have them in my collection now and can begin planning for an Alice in Wonderland themed drinks theme, which I really, really want to do. Because that book has been in my collection pretty much since I first started doing mixology in general. I saw it at the store and I thought it was great. 1 part creme de menthe filled with hot cocoa. Wait a minute. Creme de menthe white. Creme de menthe white. Fill with hot cocoa. Fill with hot cocoa. Irish coffee cup. Build in the hooper cup or mutt. Huh! The same freaking recipe. Well, alrighty then. 10,000 drinks? More like 9,999 drinks. I'll discard those changes. Those are the same exact drink. However, I will call it instead Girl Scout Thin Mint Cookies, because I think that's a better name for it. Because Hot Girl Scout just sounds weird. Girl Scout Thin Mint Cookie. That's great. I love that. Sweet! I'm down for that. And I thought I saw something about a Sloppy Joe in here. Oh, these are other hot drinks. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. I think this was in the classic drinks section. Oh, that might have been on me. Layered shots, Tabasco sauce, classic drinks. Classic drinks. There we go. Sloppy Joe, made with 1 part brandy, 1 part port, 2 splashes of triple sec, splash of grenadine, 1 part pineapple juice. Shake with ice and strain. And apparently, evidently, Sloppy Joe Day is on March 18th. There you go. I'm gonna write that recipe down anyways, just because. Why not? I don't know if I'd ever have the Sloppy Joe. I guess the theme could be food. Food cocktails? I don't know why they call this a Sloppy Joe anyway. Nothing about this seems very sloppy, aside from the pineapple juice, I guess? It's the only thing I can think of. Sloppy Jew. No, not the Sloppy Jew. Sloppy Joe. That was the one time my mind running on autopilot did not work to my advantage. And actually, there are many occasions where that doesn't work to my advantage. That goes in a cocktail glass. Cocktail glass, I think when this book says cocktail glass, I think they mean coupe glass. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. And what kind of theme would I do for that? What theme would do Sloppy Joe? I get food? Guess? I'll muddle on that for a bit. 24. Okay, I'm plugging my phone too. I'm running out of juice over here. All right. Oh, I have some cocktails here. Shamrock. Shamrock. Yeah, that feels related to St. Patty's Day. And there's 2 of them in here. Irish whiskey, dry vermouth, creme de menthe. Irish whiskey, coffee liqueur, Irish cream, which just kind of feels like a Irish coffee, to be honest. I think I'll just do the first Shamrock. The first Shamrock only. Because the first Shamrock, it doesn't just seem like an Irish coffee, to be honest. I'm down with that. Oh, it came out sideways. Sometimes when you take a picture with the app, it comes out sideways. Don't know why. Really don't know why. I'll also mention too. Oh, excuse me, y'all. For those of you joining perhaps later, hi there. My name's Cameron. We run a cocktail show here every Wednesday. Today's not Wednesday. This is not the cocktail show. This is planning for cocktail shows. I have never done this before. I've never shared my planning process with the world at large, but it's a nice excuse to hang around with everybody. So, and it was a pretty chill Monday night, and I was gonna say cocktail to enjoy. I was trying to make myself a cocktail, but I never actually got around to it. I just poured liquor in a glass and started drinking it, as I'm sure many people do as well. Tonight's liquors brought to you by Corbel. Brandy. It's brandy in a glass. Not too much of it, just enough to enjoy. Also, lo-fi beats. Always brought to you by the lo-fi girl. I like the trumpet in this one. Reminds me of my ability to play the trumpet. I don't have my trumpet in my apartment, and I probably wouldn't use it even if I did have it. It's just too damn loud. Drinks. Paul. Knorr. Page. That was 424. And that collection would be for St. Patrick's Day. Which... Sippin' St. Patrick's Day, that's what I called it. Good for Cameron. Good for me. Coolio. Alright, well, I'll put this book to the side again. It's an excellent source for books called 10,000 Drinks by Paul Knorr. And we've discovered today that one of them is a duplicate, so it's actually 9,999 drinks. Honestly, that's plenty. I don't know if I need much more than that. Back to Twitter, I guess. I'm gonna say, what other days are happening this month? So I just looked at March 18th. We have March 19th, which is Pretzel Sunday, National Let's Laugh Day, National Chocolate Caramel Day, International Clients Day, and National Poultry Day. Could do chicken cocktails. I don't know anything about that. There is another cocktail streamer who does though, but Pretzel Sunday, these salty cocktails. I guess whenever I think of bread, I just think more of whiskey. So, like, I guess you could just do more whiskey stuff. Like, that's a thing. Put salt on it. Like a salted margarita, but it's whiskey-based instead. A wargarita. Margarita! It's like Wario got his hands on a margarita. Flipped it upside down, they spilled it all over the ground. And it's like, wah, my margarita! I've made a maze! Oh no! Damn, that brandy's still tasting good. Still fine. March 20th is the International Day of Happiness. What a very bold statement. National Ravioli Day, World Storytelling Day, National Kiss Your Fiancé Day, and National Macaron Day. I have a fiancé who I could kiss. Maybe I'll kiss her on March 20th. Day of Happiness. Happy cocktails? All these cocktails are happy. These cocktails... Here's 3 cocktails that'll put a smile on your face. All of them, if you work through it enough. Cocktails put a smile on my face, but maybe not for the same reason as it does most. March 21st is National Crunchy Taco Day, World Puppetry Day, Harmony Day, National French Bread Day, and National Memory Day. You know, I did an episode on mind erasers, and I found out there's actually a lot more mind eraser cocktails out there, so we should do another episode on that. But that would be National Lack of Memory Day, because you just drink Everclear. Then all your memories, and consequently your problems, whisk away. However, in their place, there are different problems. March 22nd is Bavarian Crepes Day, National Goof Off Day, World Water Day, Gryffindor Pride Day, As Young as You Feel Day. I don't know how I feel about Harry Potter right now. I wouldn't consider that. I think I'm a Gryffindor though. I think I took that test. I want to say I'm a Gryffindor. I feel very pro-tag energy. It's my ego speaking. March 23rd, World Meteorological Day. Oh, that's cool. I should tell my brother that. National Chia Day, like the plant or the seed. National Puppy Day, National Chip and Dip Day, Ravenclaw Pride Day. Oh, I see it. This is a thing, ain't it? 24th, I bet, is going to be like Hufflepuff, right? National Cheesesteak Day, National Cocktail Day. Hey, look at that! National Cocktail Day. Cool. If that's a thing, I should definitely write that down. Nat Cocktail Day. I wrote down Nat as in national, and I thought of Nat 20 or Nat 1, and I thought of one of my other books. It's called Mystic Libations. Why not? We're chatting anyways. I'll go grab it. Mystic Libations. I did a stream on this book once as well. I think I only did 2 cocktails from it. It's called Mystic Libations. And it's a really, really cool, book. I think, is that upside down? Oh, it's upside down now. This is the one. Mystic Libations. And it's D&D based. Critical cocktails for the thirsty adventurer. And when I thought of Nat 1 and Nat 20, I thought of doing more D&D cocktails. There's a ton in this book. I want to do another episode on it. I'm at that point now where, so like, I've done an episode on tiki cocktails, I've done an episode on the Mystic Libations, Mind Erasers, Mario, quite a few things so far. And like, there's a piece of me that doesn't want to do the same thing again, too close to the one that came before it. And like, for example, something like tiki drinks does it like that. It's hard to make a distinction on that. Like, tiki drinks is an entire category of cocktails. So say there are people who do tiki drinks every single week, or it's like 1 or 2 of them. I don't know what the specific format is, but like, you could just do that. You could do classic cocktails all the time. You could do tiki cocktails all the time. You could do all these types of things like all the time. So like, something like that doesn't really feel like it makes sense to apply that rule to. But something like Super Mario cocktails feels very specific. Something like, for example, a particular spirit, like we did a Fernet Branca stream where we just did Fernet Branca drinks. If I did that again now, like I did one of those like a month ago or so, it just wouldn't make sense to do that again too soon. Just walking you through my process. This is a planning stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't be voicing these out loud. But so, I did the Mystic Libations one a while ago. And to be honest, I did it specifically. I called it Mystic Libations because I took them straight from this book. The broader category would be D&D cocktails or tabletop RPG cocktails. And I do want to do more of those. I don't know if it's a this month thing. There might be, keep it on the side anyways, because there might be like a particular day. Like, I don't know when, like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know when D&D came out. Also, I realized if we're doing a bunch of like planning and stuff, the proper attire for the bar should be books and pens and stuff. I'm actually quite curious now. D&D was born on what day? When was D&D invented, I guess? I mean, the concept of the D&D rule set, I mean. 1974, cool. Gary Gygax and David Arneson published it that year. Any particular day? No, I don't think it is. It doesn't seem like it has a birthday. But if I do D&D's birthday? D&D birthday? Birthright. No. Birthright? D&D birthday. When was D&D birthed? D&D birthday idea? So this is for like birthday parties and stuff. I'm actually kind of curious. D&D birthday ideas. Potion shots! Oh, potions! Oh, I thought to myself, I really need to get more. I need to get, well, like potion glasses and stuff. I have quite a couple of potion glasses. Not really potion glasses. They don't have any potion glasses. I have like those like curved glasses with the handle on them. I don't know what you call them. I would call them cordial containing glasses, I guess. Or like almost like glass syrup glasses. Glass syrup glasses. Could get some more of those. I think I should definitely hold off on doing more D&D related cocktails until I get better glasses for it. Currently I have those flask things, and I got these cool crystal glasses, which look something like this. This is a cool little crystal glass that I got. It stands like that, so it's always to a particular direction. I don't remember where I got them from. I don't remember if I bought them online or not. That one there has got a little bit of, it's coming off of itself. And another piece of me doesn't go out and buy all the glasses I possibly can because I feel like I don't have enough space for them. But, you know, when you push yourself against the problem of you need space for your glasses, you will, at some point, make space for them. I finished off my Larson, it wasn't Larson, it was Corbel Brandy. That tastes actually quite nice. It's distinctly different from the whiskey. It's sweeter, not as potent, not as spicy. And like, I don't know, as it warms up, really sweet. It almost kind of tastes like, if I had to pick a fruit that it tastes like, a little banana-y, maybe. A little more, I'm getting a particular fruit. I don't know what it is. mango. It's almost like a tropical fruit, like mango or something. I had a gooseberry the other day, and that comes to mind, but that's the temporal association, not an association with what I actually just drank there. So probably completely incorrect. I don't know though. Fruits be tasting like fruits sometimes. All right, well, back to the Twitter. World Tuberculosis Day. Cool. I'd love to do a cocktail stream around tuberculosis and other major diseases. Actually, I did think disease-themed cocktails, like the dysentery cocktail or the melanoma cocktail. I don't know. The acid reflux cocktail. It's just lemon juice and tomato juice, straight from the tomato. March 25th is Pecan Day, International Waffle Day, Tolkien Reading Day, Earth Hour, March Madness, more March Madness. That's on the 25th, which is a Saturday this year. Pecan Day. Could do nut cocktails. Actually, that's an idea. Nut cocktails. Cocktails that utilize particular types of nuts. Hazelnuts, pecans, other nuts, legumes that are called nuts, like peanuts. I kind of like that idea. Let me write that down. Nut cocktails. Nut. Oh, I need to circle this. That's important. Nut cocktail. What I needed to make sure I had for myself was the random question command is not working for some reason. Don't know why. Don't know why it's not working. Actually, can I redeem that on my own? I'm gonna try that. Can I redeem just random question? I can. I can totally do that. And nothing happened. Okay. I complete that. What about... I'm gonna test this out for a moment. I don't know if it's just that command not working or otherwise. If I do work that body... No, it's just not responding to the commands. That's super weird. It's not responding to... Did it do it before? It did consumption. That worked. Let me see. That was up there. The Discord one was working. The consumption happened, right? Yeah, consumption was working before. Let me try that out too. Consume. Do that. Yeah, it's not working. That's so weird. Very, very interesting. All right. I will have to look into that. A lot of the redemption commands are just not working. That happened last time too. Oh well. Earth Hour, March Madness, Pecan Day, 25. Sunday, National Spinach Day, National Nougat Day, Good Hair Day, Purple Day, Make Up Your Own Holiday Day. Cocktail Day is already a thing. Cameron Day. Purple Day, though, is a thing. Purple cocktails. Actually, I thought about that. No, actually, I really do like that idea. I like the idea of Purple Day. That is on the 26th, Purple Day. Purple Day. Because there's been a huge... I have seen so many more cocktails recently using Empress Gin, which is a purple gin. And you can make your own purple gin. Get some butterfly pea flower. I don't know if I have it. Do I have my butterfly pea flower over here? I probably do somewhere. Might actually be downstairs. Probably is. But like you can make... I do have my butterfly pea flower gin though. What's that? I made it myself. It's so easy to do. It is so easy to do. This is not butterfly pea flour. A bunch of other types of stuff. Anyway. Oh my god, don't spill. Oh, please don't spill. That's my green tea gin. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much now, but I did make purple. Oh, is that not working now? Oh, hold up. Oh, there we go. My button didn't work for a moment there. It's shocking. I don't know if you can... Let me see, it got a little wet in there. That's interesting. There's a blue liquid in there. It's my butterfly pea flower gin. You just steep butterfly pea flower into gin. It turns it blue. You don't need to spend money on Empress Gin. Get whatever gin you want, make it purple. Let's see it purple! Actually, I like that idea, because we can add some Eric Andre in there. How the heck not? Purple! Purple Day. Purple Durple Day. The Purplest Nurple Day! Actually, I bet there's a purple Nurple cocktail in this 10,000 cocktail book. Right? There must be. I wonder if there's an index of it. There is an index of drinks. Purple? Purple? P. 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 Oh, it actually lists by ingredient too. That is very convenient. One of the things I look for in a cocktail book is whether it has a proper indexing scheme. I can actually go through this and specifically look for a particular spirit to use. That is really, really cool. That's great. That is really, really cool. Okay, but I am looking for purple. Is in the color. Index, it is, I think it's just indexed by ingredient. Purple. Oh my god, there we go. And it uses Elise. I don't know, it uses amaretto. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, purple. There are purple cocktails in here. I will write that down for reference. I'm not gonna go through and categorize them now. I think it's just more important for me to settle on themes for this little discussion we got going on here. I'll write these down. Oh my god, one of them was the X-rated one, the purple elastic thunderfuck. That's funny. Purple. Got Alaskan. Devil. We got elastic thunderfuck. Elastic. I'll put a little lightning bolt there. And then expletives. This stream isn't X-rated. Trying to keep this one monetized, you know. And purple haze, like the song. Purple haze running through my brain. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. And that was from the 10,000 Cocktail book. And 10,000 cocktails. One of them's a duplicate, so we're down to 9,999. Purple cocktails. Like that idea. So let's see. Themes planned for March so far. And I guess that's actually, is that appropriate? No, because yellow is the opposite color of purple. Green, the opposite color of green would be red. So you would do that in stark contrast of the green. But March is only green because St. Patrick's Day. But I guess like beginning of spring? When is the first day of spring? Spring begins on the 20th, so I guess that is kind of green. We could also do, well, there was the idea to do green cocktails in general. St. Patrick's Day. I kind of like that idea, doing purple cocktails after the green cocktails. 'Cause colors. Why not? We love colors around here. I like that idea. Purple cocktails. And you know, the purple corn for the current cocktails, if I don't wind up figuring it, if I can't find purple corn by then, I can give myself more time to find purple corn to make chicha morada on Purple Cocktails Day. And that's not alcoholic. Purple alliteration. Purple punches? They're not all punches, that would be a lie. Purple beverages. Purple libations. Purple drinks. Name TBD. I like that. Purple. Purple's a nice color. I like purple. Because National Purple Day is then. Coolio. That was March 26th. Purple Day. Not National Purple Day, just Purple Day. Not purple for any particular reason. 27th is World Theater Day. I'm a theater kid. International Scribble Day. National Spanish Paella Day. International Whiskey Day. Quirky Country Music Song Day. Quirky Country Music Song Titles Day. There's a really quirky country cocktail. I guess it's country. It just feels very country. Allow me to share with you one of the weirdest cocktails I have. One of the weirdest cocktail names in my collection. I don't know if I've ever actually shared it before, but this is for the world at large. Speaking of quirky country songs, this cocktail is called 1959 Green Chevy Station Wagon with Wisconsin plates driving down Route 69 at 80 miles per hour on a Wednesday in the middle of July when it's raining like hell and there's a small dog in the road when approaching an intersection by a 24-hour diner with a flashing sign with 8 lights missing in the letter R and the third window over the blue flower box with 3 dead flowers in it. And you make that by adding 3 dashes of bitters to a cold beer. That's it. You've made it slightly more alcoholic. Good for you.
But the idea that March 27 is Whiskey Day, with an E, it's in parentheses. The parenthesis, but that's the 27th. National Whiskey Day. I believe there is a difference between having the E and otherwise. I want to say with the E is Irish, without the E is not. This whiskey does have an E, so maybe I have that backwards. Or perhaps there's really no rule to it at all. I would be none the wiser. The 28th is Respect Your Cat Day, National Something on a Stick Day, Cocktails on a Stick, National Black Forest Cake Day. Actually, Black Forest Cake Day. There's a spirit that I've got called Kirschwasser. If I can go find it somewhere. I know it's down here somewhere with the brandies. I thought. Are you down with the brandies, Kirsch? Kirsch. Wo bist mein Kirschwasser? Excuse me for a moment. I'm trying to find my Kirschwasser. I should know where that is. Did I run out of it? There's no... Oh, here we are. I was say, there's no way I'm out of Kirschwasser. I don't use that nearly as much. This is Kirschwasser. It's an eau de vie using cherries. This one specifically, this is a Schlederer brand, and it uses... It's calling itself cherry brandy, distilled only from Black Forest cherries. So if March 28th is National Black Forest Cake Day, I'm thinking Kirschwasser, Black Forest cherries. Just an idea. I don't know if it's worth exploring though. I mean, it would be cool. It could be beneficial to do a Kirschwasser day, just because like it's an underutilized cocktail in my collection. It'd be cool to explore. Kirsch. I like that. That could be fun because that goes underutilized. I got a lot of different like spirits back here that I just don't know exactly how to utilize them, either because they're new or they just don't pop up very often in my cocktail endeavors. And it's fun to just take a moment, like I did one on Fernet Branca because I really wanted to know what other ways I could use Fernet Branca, and it was fun to explore that. And there's a lot of cool combinations. There's probably even more, but other spirits as well. And I would also raise the question too, because this is a live broadcast now. I'm not just thinking out loud to myself. If there's any particular like spirit out there that is interesting, underexplored, something that seems like we should dive a little bit deeper into, I'd love to hear about it. I know Malort is out there. I want to get a bottle of Malort because I see a lot of stuff on Malort. I want to get a bottle of that. Too many people trying to make this stuff taste good. Does it not taste good on its own? I don't know. Let's see. March 29th is National Smoke and Mirrors Day. It's all smoke and mirrors. Nothing you see here is real. It's all water in the glasses. International Mermaid Day, World Piano Day, Payday It Forward. Payday It Forward, like pay it forward. Manatee Appreciation Day. I like manatees. Manatees are cool. But I like sea lions better. The idea of pianos. Mermaid Day. One of the other cocktail themes that I have is a Mythical Creatures Day. And I would say technically mermaids are mythical creatures, right? And I know there's dragons on there so far. There's unicorns on there. Could be fun to do like a Mythical Creatures cocktails. And I don't have specifically a mermaid cocktail in mind. One of my books has a picture. The cocktail is called Ocean Mist. Now that I think about it, I'm going to go grab it. The cocktail is called Ocean Mist, and it has a picture of a mermaid on it. That's not this one. It is the illustrated cocktail book. Like that. The book is called Handcrafted. It's an illustrated cocktail book, and it's got all these hand-drawn illustrations by Caroline Boyd Purdue. And one of the cocktails is called Ocean Mist, and I know it's got a mermaid because I did that one time. Where is the... This is in order? I don't know. Ocean Mist, where are you? There it is. I have it marked in my book, actually. Called Ocean Mist. There's a mermaid there. It's the mermaid. So, like, I don't know if I would consider that a mermaid cocktail for the purposes of a mythical creature stream, because it's not specifically called mermaid. It just kind of has the visage, the image of a mermaid on it. But that's an idea. I will mark that down anyway as another mythical creature. Myth creature. Mermaid. And then another thing I'm writing down too, I love the idea of also, in terms of a specific type of mythical creature, like cryptids. Like do a whole thing on cryptids, like Sasquatch, the Tasmanian Devil, or Slenderman. Slenderman cocktails. Sounds like they could be fun. Okay, back to... almost done with March. Almost done with going through just national days in March. And there's tons of them. It's not just the ones that I have here. It's not an exhaustive list. National Doctors Day, National Take a Walk in the Park Day, World TB 303 Appreciation Day, National Pencil Day. What is TB 303? I apparently need to... TB 303 may sound like an R2-D2 Star Wars android, but in fact it exists as the original sound of techno music. Oh, it's like a mixer. It's like a synthesizer. A baseline synthesizer. Manufactured by Roland. Music cocktails are a thing. I have a category for that already. It's just about, like, anytime I find a cocktail that has some sort of reference to, like, a song, for example, Purple Haze I know is a song, All the Small Things is a cocktail in my collection. There's another one that I think is referring to a country song. I don't remember what the name is called, but I did just find it 2 or 3 days ago. I'll add it to the collection for future cocktail streams. National Tater, March 31st, National Tater Day, National Prom Day, Wear a Hat Day, National Crayon Day, National Cream Cheese Frosting Day. One of the Alice in Wonderland ones uses a cake batter infused vodka, and I believe it uses buttercream, which is not technically cream cheese frosting, but like you could fat wash with like cream cheese. It's definitely a thing. That could be cool too. Just a fat washing cocktails day. This is a prom day, wear a hat day, National Tater Day. You could do a whole potato cocktails. Use vodka and things. Potato vodka. Or like one of the other books I have too uses, like, you can just make, like for example, when you let potatoes sit in a pot, the starches come off. You make like a starchy water. You could probably use that as like a mixer for a cocktail. Probably. Actually, now I'm curious about that. Could you do something for Tater Day? Potato water cocktail? I'm curious. Potato drink recipes on Yumly.com. Oh, you actually make drinks out of potatoes. Like the Swedish Christmas drink, which is made with ale, beer, sugar, raisins, ginger fruit. Wow, there's a lot in this. Star anise, potatoes, cake. Just says 1.5 ounces of cake. Red wine. Wow, that's a lot, and you don't tell me at all how to do this. You're just telling me to just put... Alright, I don't know if I like Yumly.com. Yumly is just telling me to take 1.5 ounces of cake. Fresh yeast or 3 packets of dry yeast. Oh, okay, I'm just adding yeast to it. But, like, what do I do with them? I put them into a pot and bring it up? Oh, this is definitely how to, like, make it on your own, because this says 180 ounces of dark ale. So, like... that might take a while. I'm not totally against the idea of potatoes. Potatoes? Potatoes. 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 And that's all. That's all the days in March that I can think of. So I've definitely settled on corn cocktails, St. Patrick's Day cocktails, purple drinks. I like purple drinks because we're doing green drinks for St. Patrick's Day as well as other Irish stuff too. That makes sense. 2 other themes that I gotta plan for. I'm trying to think about them. Let me look at the board. I like the idea. I'm in a couple of D&D games right now. I like the idea of doing more D&D drinks. I could throw one of those in there. Throw one of those themes. That would be fun. But make it less specific for Mystic Libations and more on... I don't know. I feel like I'd have fun with that. Another thing that I have is a means to roll for cocktail where you essentially just let the die decide what cocktail that you make, and like mixers have their own column, the liquors have their own column, the garnish has its own column, the glasses have their own column. That sounds like it would be fun. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I'm actually going to seriously consider that one. D&D cocktails. For this month and specifically. Not for any particular reason. Because why not? Because I'm a nerd. What else have we got? There was also the ideas of a mocktail episode, because Lent is on, and I'm sure I know my fiance is not the only person practicing Lent right now, so if you were abstaining from alcohol, it could be helpful. Because I think Easter is... Lent already started, which means we're 40 days out from Easter. Alexa, when is Easter this year?
Easter will be on Sunday, April 9th, 2023.
Oh, so the entire month of March could be mocktails, because Lent is occurring all month. You know what? Yeah, we'll definitely do mocktails. I like the idea of doing a non-alcoholic day for people who are on Lent. I feel like that makes sense. We could have fun with that. I really do like that idea. Let's do Lent mocktail. Not specifically Lent or Christiocentric. We don't need that. But mocktails. I've been meaning to have an excuse to do some mocktail stuff. I like that. What else do we have? March Madness. Basketball, I believe, is March Madness. I don't do sports. Could be something to look into. Let me think. Basketball cocktails? Basketball themed cocktails? Why did my phone... Oh, because it's 11 o'clock now. My phone goes into bedtime mode and everything goes black and white. I don't need that. Not right now. Please turn everything back on. I don't need that. Also, another thing, too, that I want to eventually put into play is as of right now, I am looking at my phone. You can't see my phone. I feel like it would be beneficial so that we're all looking at the same source. I want to be able to... I need to set that up at some point, so that what I'm looking at here on my mobile device can also appear on your screen, because I feel like it'd be nice to have people see what I see. But not on a phone that I actively use. Like, this is my personal phone, like notifications and stuff coming in. That's an invasion of my privacy. Back to the potatoes thing. Potatoes, there are purple potatoes. Ube. You could do purple potato cocktail. That's a thing. And the purple corn. Purple things. Purple day. What other things are purple? Isn't there a purple gorilla? Magilla. Magilla gorilla, I believe, is purple. Magilla the purple gorilla. What was I looking up? Basketball. Basketball cocktails? Basketball cocktail names? Drink ideas for your March Madness hoopla by Cox's Spirit Shop in Louisville. I must be of legal age. I am. And I'll prove it by giving to you my birthday, which I could very well be fabricating. But I am over the age of 21. I wouldn't lie about that. Drink ideas. Yeah, what are the drink ideas for March Madness? Cox's Spirit Shoppy Evergreen Liqueurs. The Slam Dunk. Corsair. The Alley-Oop. Bloody Bull. Free throw. Alexa, when does March Madness start? Alexa, when does March Madness start?
The 2023 men's NCAA basketball tournament will start on Tuesday, March 14th.
Alexa, when does March Madness end?
The 2023 men's NCAA basketball tournament will end on Monday, April 3rd.
You got a good half of the month to work with. I'm not a big sports guy, but to be honest, I think for the purposes of cocktails, I could do a little bit of research on that. I like that. And plus it's March. March Madness in March. Makes sense. I think I have enough to work with. Honestly, this is good. I pretty much know what I'm going to do this week already, so that's a huge load off. I have a good number of cocktails to work with and a good base for what the episode will look like. This is good. This is great. I think that's all I really need to do. I spent 2 hours live on this. I've been working on this for like almost 3 hours now. Makes sense. I like that. I think that's probably where I'm going to call it. I think that was a really, really good means to... That was a nice workshopping session. Thank you, everybody, for who participated. Just for context, I stopped streaming on Monday, every other Monday, because I stopped streaming every single Monday. Now it's just every other Monday, because I wanted to take a bi-weekly opportunity to sit down and focus on building cocktail episodes specifically for Wednesdays, because that's what I want to do every single week. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot... I have a lot of... I don't know. I think it's just more fun. I feel like I've gamed enough. I think there's more interesting stuff to do with cocktails and stuff. It's more interesting too, I think. At least for me. It's a nice way to brand too. In any case, those are my thoughts on it, and I wanted to take more time for it. And I'm glad that this time I opened it up to the crowd, because most of these ideas didn't even come from me. It made things a lot easier. And for that, y'all have my most heartfelt appreciation. And I hope that I can follow through by making some fun episodes for this month. There will be 5 Bar with an X streams, 1 on Wednesday, and then the next Wednesday, and then the next Wednesday, and then the next Wednesday, and then lo and behold, the Wednesday after that, for the whole month of March 2023. Thank you all very much. That's pretty much all I got here. There was really no show. We were just chatting and planning for things. I'll just mention as well, that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna go to my end screen over here. That's done. We're all done over here. Are we switching? Yes, we are. Perfect. Very glad to hear that. Yeah, I guess I'll just mention as well, you can see little symbols over there. The Discord, we post cocktail recipes there. There's a drinks channel. I'm always trying to find stuff on Twitter to share. Let's see. I'm on Instagram, I put cocktail pictures on there. Sometimes put cocktail shorts and stuff on TikTok. What else do we have over there? Am I pointing that way? What else do I have over there? Let's see. All the VODs go on YouTube. The shorts there on YouTube too. I don't know. I think Discord's the place to be. If you like cocktail recipes, go to the Discord. Every single cocktail I've covered is in the Discord so far. You can just copy. You can go in there, take pictures, copy and paste them. I don't really care. They're for your reference, not for mine. I got my own app for that. Enjoy them if you will. Come along, be a part of the conversation. I love you. Anyways, it's 11 o'clock-ish over here. May y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Or if the sun is shining, have a wonderful rest of your morning. This was nice. This was productive. It was great. And I thank you all for your help. I'll see y'all again on see you all again on Wednesday. It'll be fun. Until then, y'all. Bye.